This is your Barbados Today Evening News Update for Tuesday, September the 4th. Thanks for joining us. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Topping the news at this hour. The Barbados Prime Minister tells her regional counterparts they must confront looming threats to the financial services industry as one bloc. Addressing the 6th special meeting of the Council for Finance and Planning at the Lloyd Erskine Sandiford Centre this morning, Mayor Motley warned that Barbados and its sister CARICOM member states cannot take on global watchdogs like the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development on their own. She stressed it was time for countries to seriously confront the issue which continues to bedevil the region's economic stability.
There is no doubt that we cannot seek to work separately as we attract investment to our countries in a way that undermines each other's stability, and hence the need for a common community investment policy and code. There is no doubt that we need to have our financial services architecture regulated by treaty arrangements.
Today's meeting includes the Prime Ministers of Antigua and Barbuda, Gaston Brown, St. Vincent, Dr. Ralph Gonzalez, and other high-level officials. Motley highlighted that the CARICOM Investment Code, which was agreed on some 10 years ago, was still to be implemented, and she stressed that officials should not leave the meeting without signing off on such initiatives that would enhance the lives of Caribbean people.
This meeting can bring us closer to settling and signing off on them, that we can enhance the ability of our citizens to be able to access credit by putting a framework in place that protects both the individual citizen as well as the financial institution is absolutely critical if we are going to give true expression to improving the lot of our citizens.
In other news now, ahead of Saturday's opening of the Constitution River Terminal, officials from the Ministry of Transport and the operators and owners of public service vehicles toured the facility this morning to discuss proposed changes. A major talking point was the proposed route for PSVs to enter the terminal. They will enter from St. Michael's Row. Now, the two sides also discussed new security features. Director of Transport Alex Linton assured that the changes would benefit commuters and PSV operators.
You will be seeing the presence of law and order. You will see the terminal security. You will see the Transport Authority officials on the ground to make sure things go as smooth as possible and to deal with challenges as they might emerge. This is a new endeavor, change. We have to go through the various steps to make sure we get to the best possible step we can. We know, and it was pointed out, certain challenges. I like one or two items actually that was put forward for disembarkment points. One or two points that was made for circular for Bush Hall. That was a good suggestion, and I will talk with the CTO even at this stage and see what we can do to even find the best common ground.
Despite Linton's assurances, though, the Public Relations Officer for the Alliance Owners of Public Transport, Mark Haynes, suggested that the opening of the new terminal will not be smooth. He says there are still a lot of issues to be addressed and called for Transport Authority, traffic wardens, and workers to fix the challenges. He, however, pledged that the PFV operators and owners will cooperate with the authorities. In other news now, 5 of the country's waste haulers are teaming up this weekend to clean up the streets. Chairman of the Waste Haulers Association, Anderson Cherry, says they are offering 15 waste collection trucks free of charge and to remove the garbage littered across the country. He says they are only asking government to supply diesel and loaders and give them the routes. Cherry says while the government is doing its best to address the island's garbage collection woes, it remains challenged and waste haulers are ready to assist. The 5 haulers offering their services are Jose y Jose, Project Recycle, Williams Tools, Garbage Master, and Force Trucking and Bobcat Services.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Barbados Today, news you can trust.
Welcome back with news from the region now. A warning to workers in Trinidad and Tobago to show up for work on Friday or risk losing pay. Minister of Public Administration Marlene McDonald issued the caution as trade union leaders urged members of the public to stay away from work on Friday in response to the shutting down of refinery operations at Petrotrin.
In a statement today, McDonald said public servants who respond and stay away from their jobs without authorization run the risk of being recorded as absent from work without pay. The Public Administration Minister said, as a rule, persons working in the essential services are prohibited from withholding their services whether or not in sympathy with institutions in which they are not employed.
And on the international scene, Japan has been hit by its strongest typhoon in 25 years, causing at least 6 deaths and 160 injuries. Typhoon JB made landfall in western areas, bringing heavy rain and reports of winds of up to 107 miles per hour. In Osaka Bay, it swept a tanker onto a bridge, and in Kyoto, parts of a railway station roof came down. Officials ordered more than 1 million people in affected areas to evacuate their homes amid warnings of high waves, flooding, and mudslides. It has already left tens of thousands without power, and authorities have urged people to move to safety. That's news, but for the very latest, visit our website at www.barbadostoday.bb. You can also subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, or like us on Facebook, and sign up for breaking news alerts via WhatsApp. We are also on Izumi Media in bus terminals, as well as Screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. You can also hear us on Mix 96.9 FM. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Have a fantastic evening.